I had people saying, sorry, officer, sorry, officer. So it was at that time that I fully got sure that the man is a sort of security personnel. He came with some of his friends. So one of them came and grabbed me. I should follow them. He said, now you want to fight soldier, ba? Then I told them I'm not going anywhere. I want justice because I am humiliated, I am brutalized, I am abused. They only left me when they were sure that I wasn't conscious. My name is Adamu Aliyu. I'm a postgraduate student of mass communication from Bayero University. On 28th of September, I went to watch the UEFA Champions League in Rinjingeni. While I was watching that match, there was somebody behind me. So towards the end of the first half, he tapped me and pressed my shoulder. From the way he did it, I could feel it is having some taste of malice, and so I now turn and look at him questioningly. I asked him, so I with questioningly. So he said, can I tell him that I'm blocking him? He said, "To, if I'm blocking you, then what do I do?" He said, "No, he does not mean fight." I said, "Me too, I does not mean fight." So later on, he said that I should reduce my height. I told him I don't know how I can reduce my height. It's not as if he said that I should shift. After the end of the first half, I was going out. Then he came and grabbed my arm that he wants to talk to me. I told him I don't want to talk to him. He insisted and told him I don't want to talk to him. At that time, people have started gathering. So I had people saying, sorry, officer, sorry, officer. So it was at that time that I fully got assured that the man is a sort of security personnel. So I went back after the start of the second 45 minutes. He came back. This time around, he came with some of his friends. So one of them came and grabbed me. I should follow them. He said, now you want to fight soldier, ba? Then I told them I'm not going anywhere. So they started beating me. Inside that viewing center, in front of over 100 people, they started beating me. I couldn't precisely say their number at that time, but later on I was told that they were three. They picked me up. They wanted to take me to their camp. So before we could get there, I managed to put myself down. So that time when I put myself down, they continued beating me, kicking me. They only left me when they were sure that I wasn't conscious. So that day it rained. It rained. So they dragged me, went and drove me inside one pond of muddy water there. So after I regained consciousness, people helped me. I tried to put a call to a friend who is a lawyer, but he lives far. So I narrated to him what has happened. Then he sent me a military hotline. I now sent the complaint to them. I was highly in pain. I can't move some of my body, like my arm. You can see this scar, like my arm. I can't. So, and you can see my eye. You can see how red my eye is. That day it was heavily swollen. All of my face was heavily swollen. Around after 9 like that. So I went and complained to the police. So the police told me that there is nothing they can do now, except if I will come tomorrow in the morning. It was the Toro Police Division, Toro Local Government Police Division. So in the morning I went there. I wrote the statement. So later on he said that the DCO should put a call to the JTF, the ranging Gani should put a call to them and tell them that tomorrow morning they should come to the police station so that I can identify which of the soldiers did that thing to me. In the morning, we all met. The JTF came. They came, 5 of them, with one soldier, one civil defense, and 3 policemen. So I was asked to give a narration of what has happened. I give a narration. He was also asked to give his own, but he did not deny it. So he was saying that there are so many ways I can sit and I cannot block him, and he said that I knew that he's a military officer, and I told him I don't know he's a military officer. Meanwhile, even if he's a military officer, I don't see anything wrong upon him. After that, the police take time. They told him that he is wrong. They told him that them security personnel are the most disciplined set of humans, things like that. That he shouldn't. And even if he should be the only person. He shouldn't go and hire and team up with his friends to come and beat me. The police told me that they cannot prosecute him because he is an officer on duty, and they don't prosecute officers on duty unless if they are dismissed. If they want to prosecute him now as he is a military officer, they have to prosecute the Nigerian army entirely. I said, then I'm interested in that. Go ahead and prosecute the Nigerian army. They told me that no, it is a long process that is beyond their power. That if I want to pursue justice, what I should do is I should write a withdrawal. I should withdraw the case from the police and go to court and seek justice. But I said, let me put a call to my friend who is a lawyer. He said, no, I shouldn't withdraw the case because it is a criminal case. It is the police that are supposed to prosecute. So I went and told them that my lawyer said that I shouldn't write any application, that we are coming with him tomorrow. So at that time, they have already dismissed the GTF. They were already in their car. They were about to go. So when they had that, I mentioned lawyer, that lawyer is coming tomorrow. That is when the police called him to come and write statement. So they called him. I'm sure he wrote that statement, unless if they will tamper with it. But I'm sure he wrote that statement. The next day is 1st October, and it is public holiday. And what follows is the weekend. So I waited if I could hear anything from the police, since I don't have lawyer to go with the next day. On Monday, I waited if I could hear from the police. I couldn't hear anything. So on Tuesday, and it is 1 week since the incident has happened, that is when I felt I should come out and tell the world what has really happened to me and how I feel. It happened in the night, and on 30th, when they were reporting at the police station, they all came in uniform, but they put on sweaters on top of the uniform. They came in sweaters, hiding their names and tags, their names and ranks, hiding their identities. But I know their duty post. They are members of the JTF of Toro local government. That day was just exactly 2 weeks that I came back from holiday. I came back from school. So, but I tried to see if I could get their names, something about their identity from people, but nobody could tell me. I've really tried. What I see is that there is that fear. I want justice. In fact, it doesn't speak well for the country and for the military. These are people who are supposed to be protecting lives and properties of people, and what they did to me, it is inhuman. It shouldn't happen to anyone. So if there is anything I want justice. I will actually go to the court if I'm not convinced that I am served with justice.
First of all, he has reported to the police. That's good. Sometimes there are people that claim to be military personnel and they're not military. People are harassing people. Now, for him to do justice, why can't he write to Operation Safe Haven if he can identify that location? Because it's not supposed to be done. He should write to Operation Safe Haven, okay, this is what happened in so location. If he mentions, that is why recently, because of this kind of complaint, what we did recently is that you don't even need to know the name of the soldier. If a arrests you in a particular location, there is a number on their vehicle. There's a number boldly written on their vehicle. Once you get off the number of that vehicle, we will know who is the person in charge of that area. So when you write petition to us, we will now call the person in charge of that area. This is what your soldiers agree. We won't press the person. That will have to help us to also do the job, because we have so many bad eggs that are spoiling our names.